I had to try to record a video because I am so upset. I can't write. I can't type. My word processor program is not working. What I've got to go through to reply to these court dates has been nothing short of miraculous, okay? That's the people's point, was they tried to imprison me here by taking my car, my money, and everything down to my pens and pencils. I had to borrow them from a neighbor to respond to a restraining order. That's how desperate they were to keep me out of the courtroom. So, somehow, through the grace of God, I have managed to make it this far to the court dates and the visitations. The final visitation was performed at my home. The woman was very hesitant to do it, and I finally got her to do it. She came here. She was late. This previous accusation in the courtroom was that I had multiple people living with me, which was never addressed. So I was especially very happy to have the visit at my home so that I could dispel that myth right off the bat. Also, it gets a little expensive taking kids out to the bowling alley every weekend. I don't know how many parents can afford that, but I really can't when I didn't do anything wrong. I proved in the first visit his accusation of I do not know how to appropriately interact with my children was disproven immediately. He is a liar. I did not have paranoid schizophrenia now or then. I have, however, been severely traumatized by the courts themselves, by their deliberate negligence, their refusal to look into the man who is a controlling drunk and has had control of these children for years. A child who was my shadow. She's my daughter. She adores me, and she became a teenager without me because of the court's failure to act upon their own rules, which is if there's any accusations made under those sections, both parties shall be investigated. And so far, I have been treated like an incompetent child as a 41-year-old citizen of this state who got her registered to vote before I got my driver's license. Okay, during this third visit, first of all, I've already been injured and insulted by being told I have to have supervised visits with my 11 and 13-year-old who are very familiar with their mother because my sister, who is his ex-wife and is determined to steal my children, has taken them from me. I am responding in defense of me and my children, and they go and use one of her husband's 20-year-old tactic of getting a restraining order for custody. And once again, they wonder why I'm so freaking traumatized. Oh my God. And then, despite the fact of the severity of the accusations I made in my response, including a timeline that completely refuted everything he said, I didn't join a cult. How did I come back from a cult in 3 days and get a job, get him food stamps, get them medical care, get the company closed? I was such a wacko. It's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. Plus, he was begging me to come back to him. Oh, really? If I just flaked out and became a cult member, he's really begging me to come back. No, I was here. I called every day. I visited 2 to 3 times a week because the request of my daughter and my children who wanted to see their mother that often, despite the fact we were separated. He is allowed to badmouth me relentlessly, which has been proven by these supervised visits. I have acted appropriately while he has badmouthed me. The second visit, he chose to gloat by having our daughter hug him goodbye in front of me and then have her ask me not to touch her, which I said added injury to insult because I was told I can't cry. I'm not allowed to cry. There's a child I haven't seen who's been kidnapped from me for over a year. I'm supposed to not cry or they'll cancel my visit. What kind of cruelty is that? First of all. Then when I'm to this third visit, the kids are getting more disrespectful despite the fact we've had great visits and they've had no contact from me. Explain that if it's not narcissistic parental alienation compounded by a crazy ex-wife who's trying to get me out of the picture. I didn't have any contact with my kids in between visits. Each visit went great, even with my kids telling me not to touch them the second visit. It still went great. We won 900 tickets in 2 hours. So I told the kids to respect me. I'm their mother at that visit. She jumped me. She jumped me like I'm a child and told me I had to stop talking about Eric. I wasn't talking about Eric. I said their father as part of the conversation. And she took me outside and we talked. And I'm not backing down. I am not a child. I'm a grown woman who's getting screwed by the man who's trying to control her, and he's got another 2 years of her life courtesy of the Pierce County court system. And God only knows. I know. I don't have to. God only know. That's the problem. That's what's killing me. That's what's killing me. I know what he would do to those kids to keep them. He will not let them go. And I know my daughter has not stayed away from me willingly. This is insanity, courtesy of Pierce County Court, not courtesy of Erica. Okay. That's the last part of that visit. It was all late and stuff, and nobody could be here, including Colton. So he was told not to come back. He sat out there and was talking to her, and I knew he was stalling because he was waiting for my tent city to return, because my son insulted me by asking why I had a mattress behind my garage if I didn't have a bunch of people living here. That was extremely insulting. So he stands out there bad-mouthing me in my cul-de-sac, waiting for my army of drug-induced minions to return. And they don't, because he is the delusional one. He is delusional. He kept me from kidnapping them, hide them, won't let me talk to them because he is delusional. And now he's got his ex-wife who is determined to steal my children, and I'm determined to see her in handcuffs. So as part of that, I don't know if my daughter could see me, if you can see at all from here. Right? They were all the way out there in the cul-de-sac down by the mailboxes. I was in here. I flicked him off. I don't know why she said I needed a parenting class, except once again, that's my response. My anger and rage comes from the fact that we've taken 2 of them, both of those parenting classes, including his rhetoric over our 18-year relationship, has been both parents. And then the SOB turns around and just tells me no and just ignores me. When I'm saying, let me see my kids, Eric, he says absolutely nothing. He tried to control it. I'm trying to get away. So I talked to kids on Facebook. He wouldn't allow that. I had to call him on the phone. That way he'd be able to talk to me. No, I have free incoming calls. The kids are now 12 and 14. They can call their mother. Nope. I have to call them and then have them return the call so that he has to talk to him and be forced to listen to him ask me if I want to have sexual relations with him. I want to get back together with him. I'm tired of being harassed to see my children. I had every right to see my children, and I don't know what crappy accusations he's made, but I don't care what they are, really. Everything he's accused me of is legal as far as I know as an equal citizen of the state. I should have been able to get a divorce in 90 days or less. He still hasn't submitted the proper paperwork. I want a divorce. I want my children returned while he is investigated for the crimes he's committed. Torture credits in the Pierce County Court. Because this guy tried to break me every turn. And I kept fighting. My only insanity now has been the nightmare of being ignored. While my children turned against me for no reason whatsoever. All the jealous crap, first of all, that he labels throws at me. My kids don't care. And that's why they were punished sexually by their father. Because they didn't care. Because I don't do it in front of them. I don't discuss my life with them, and he does. They turn my cars. They try to break me financially. They've done everything they can to prevent me, to either make me melt down or not be able to get to court. So it's really enjoyable that I get there, and it's just to make another court date. And it's like every day's hell. Every day is hell. They act like we just wait a couple more months for another court date. Thank you.